Hi everybody, and welcome to another edition of Turnpike Music Garage, the show that gets under the hood of live music. And one of the aspects of live music is repairing instruments. And if you've been following our episodes, we have this project guitar that we're trying to restore, and we've already evaluated what's wrong with it. And one of the things that was wrong was the jack was disconnected, so we've repaired that. And now we're going to reattach the jack plate and remove some of this glue residue from the person trying to save it himself. And I will harken back to one of our previous Guitar Tech episodes where we repaired a jack button using wood glue and toothpicks. And we're going to employ the same technique here. We're going to use that same methodology to repair these stripped jack plate screws. And again, we're going to just drop some wood glue down in the holes. We're going to take some toothpicks. These are anywhere you can get these at your local supermarket. Coax the glue down into the hole on each one of these. Okay. All right. We're going to take the fat end, put the fat end in the holes first. We're going to take the thin end, put the thin end in the hole. Leave yourself some slack. Put the thin end in the hole. And I used a hammer before, but you can use any kind of stiff object to kind of tap it down into the hole to tighten it up. Just that. Throw that away. Use a little paper towel here to wipe off some of that excess glue. And then we're going to reset the jack plate through the hole. So we're going to pull through the excess wire, slack, so that this is sitting correctly. Just giving me grief here. Oh, because it's down below. Okay. So you don't want the jack wires to be in the way when you're mounting the jack plate. So we're going to take a screw, and just while the glue is wet, like last time, we're going to set that screw into the wood and tighten it up. I knew that was going to happen.
Keep going.
So now the jack plate is mounted, and you'll notice as it tightens up, the screw does get tight. So now it's solid in there, and that's the technique again for repairing stripped wood holes when you're attaching jack plates or end plates or strap buttons, pit guards. You know, you strip the wood, you want to get a good connection again, you just use that glue and toothpick technique. Now, the hardest part of removing glue like this is using the right stuff. People have tried steel wool, they try rubbing it off, they try using cleansers, they try using all kinds of compounds. The only thing that really works is good old lighter fluid from the old Zippo lighter days. This will dissolve the glue. It will not harm the finish. And what we're going to do is just, and you'll see it takes a little bit of time to kind of soak in. But as you notice, the glue will start to dissolve and come off. And you notice that the finish doesn't get harmed at all. There's no marring of the finish. There's no dulling of the finish. There's no scratching of the finish. Now, there's a lot of glue on this one, so we're going to have to use a fair amount of, and that's the stuff. Nail polish remover doesn't work. That'll ruin the finish. Any of these other chemicals that you think will work will not. Lighter fluid is the way to go. And as you can see, I mean, it takes a little bit of time and a little bit of effort, but as you can see, as I'm removing the glue, the finish is undamaged. So we're just going to work through this until we get it all off. Still a little residue on there. But see how that works? I mean, it's almost, the finish is not damaged at all. The glue is gone. Still a few little spots, but for the most part, I mean, it's, you know, no trace of the glue whatsoever. So we're gonna put the back plate back on now, and then get ready to set the guitar back up and get it back in playing condition. Okay, so now we're not going to lose any screws, and that'll do it for this edition of Turnpike Music Garage. On the next edition, we're going to set the guitar up, which is basically cleaning it, polishing the frets, conditioning the fingerboard, restringing it. So stick around for that. Thanks.